Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. My name is Sylvia Sin. I'm honored to be your MC today. Get ready for a day filled with TED Talks, networking, and lots of API goodness. Welcome to API Days Connect Hong Kong 2023 morning session. It is brought to you by Binovotive Limited and Hong Kong Science and Technology Parks Corporation. And let me tell you, this year is extra special because this is the first time in history that the API Day is hosted in Hong Kong physically. So actually, we are making history. Hi. Now, before we dive into the API world, let me make a moment to express our deep gratitude to each and every one of you to be here. We appreciate for your presence. So, why are we here? Three simple letters, API. That's right, a quite hot topic, right? The landscape in Hong Kong API is evolving faster than a high-speed internet connection. APIs are like the superheroes of the digital world, bringing efficiency, innovation, customer centricity to various industries. In API Days Hong Kong 2023, we're talking data-driven technologies, fintech, generative AI, and so much more, just like an API buffet, and you are invited and get a treat. And now, to kick off the event, let's invite Patrick Fan, the driving force behind apidays.hk, to make a welcome and opening remarks to embark on this journey into the world of APIs. Patrick is the lead organizer of API Day Hong Kong since 2020 to promote a vendor-neutral API ecosystem and community. He is also the founder and CEO of Binovotive, which is an API startup in Science Park since 2015. Please, Patrick.
Okay, so thanks everyone coming to the API Days Hong Kong Day 1. So really excited to have that. As Sylvia mentioned, this is the first year we make it a full event in Hong Kong. In the past 3 years, we are mainly doing virtual. So we saw a lot of number asking questions in the chat room, but we can't see the face of each of you. Okay, so let me spend a few minutes to introduce the API Days Hong Kong event. Okay, so why we are trying to do the API Days conference? Because as you may know, API is trying to connect the system, try to do something better, but who is doing the API is human. So we want to get those people connected and exchange and see the face and how we can do it better. So we have an initiative to pull those API developers to meet in a pace and build an active community so that we can work together. So API Days Hong Kong is actually part of a global series. I'm lucky to be part of the team actually 4 years ago. So the API conference actually having 10 years anniversary last year. It was started in France. And then we are holding the event in different places. And today we are doing it in Hong Kong, and 2 weeks later it will be in London. So some of the figures about our community here. So we are actually having more than 300,000 members around the world, and then we have done it in 40 cities. So we have learned a lot from the culture, from the behavior in different countries, and API is very special. I was just talking to one of the guests yesterday, and then he said, okay, this is the language, it doesn't matter because every developer is talking developer language. So that's why we can connect very different kind of country. Okay, so in our team, we are actually having a lot of surveys, white paper, try to share our insights. So if you're interested about the stage of the API industry last year, I was part of the team to share about the global trend. So today, we are mainly focused on Hong Kong, because if we just do the same content in different regions, so you can just attend one event. So we do a lot of localization on Hong Kong. Okay, so let's recap a bit. This is the 4th year we are doing the API Days Hong Kong. We have done it since the 2020. And then in the first year, it's a hybrid event. So some of you, I can see your face is have joined it. And then in the next 2 years, we are doing virtual. And FH, we are having 1,000 to 2,000 audience online at that time. So maybe let me talk about the origin of the API Day Hong Kong, because when I try to invite the guests here, they ask, oh, Patrick, why are you doing this? It seems like it's not a profitable event. But okay, so there's a history behind. So at that time, I was working heavily in API technologies, and I have a lot of friends from different regions. I got a chance to be invited in the API Day Singapore 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, Singapore is trying to do their first API event, and I was invited to be the event MC. So I was being inspired. Okay, this is such a good community. People is learning together. They have their industry player, user, even they're not technical enough. They try to share their pain point and how we can do the thing better. So I feel this is something we need to do in Hong Kong. So I tried to do it 4 years ago. And then in the slide you can see, and really thanks for Richard. I think Richard Law from HSBC, he is actually supporting us in the first year. At that time, I don't know what he was thinking when I talk about the API Days Hong Kong, because no one is doing it before. So really glad to have him to support, and he's still here for 4 years. Okay. In this 2 days, we have packed a lot of sections. So as I said, we try to do quite some localization. In our global series, we have a lot of hardcore workshop, technical talks. So I try to do the day one, especially people coming here, maybe more in a use case, business side, so that you have a better awareness, what is the trend of the API. And then in the day two, we try to get a lot of regional experts to talk about the hardcore thing behind the API technologies. So the day two will be more on the technology side. So feel free to join both sections. Okay, so a quick recap. So this morning we'll have some section talking about the API ecosystem, data, fintech, insurtech, Gen AI, even the staff fundraising strategy, etc. Because we also have a guest I fly in from Singapore, and he is really experienced in the API business in startup as well. Okay, so let me take the last chance to credit and also thanks for the sponsor today, because without them we can't really host it physically. So we have NJ, part of F5 supporting us, Software AG, Suzy, and Fabrics API provide the financial support on this event. And we also have a different sponsor provide different level of supplement. For example, Moongate help us to provide the NFT ticket gateway. So you have a new experience. Every one of you have chance to get an NFT today. And on us, they have some coupon for you for Starbucks, etc. to have a refreshment, and also different supporting org to help us to invite people, connect people, and promote the event. Okay, so last but not least, really thanks for Science Park to be our supporting organization, co-organizer, provide the event venue, and also work together to build the API community. Okay, so yeah, this is the NFT gift. Make sure you cam it. If you don't know how to do it, try to ask Moongate. I think his co-founder is here. Okay, so I try not to steal the spotlight, and let me pass to the next one. And if you have any good photo, use the hashtag API Days Hong Kong to voice out to the global community. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Patrick, for setting the stage of the morning session. Let's dive into the role of APIs and the immense business opportunities they bring. Now I introduce you Dr. Crystal Falk, the head of STP platform of HASTP. You will enlighten us on how API open up massive business.
The API Connect Hong Kong 2023 conference is powered by bNovelty Limited. Check out more API-related education content on bnovelty.com or apidays.hk for more information.